Love, light, and blessings. Shamanic Iraq Priestess here, and welcome to February check-in. First and foremost, we are at over 3,000 subscribers, so I'm really excited about that. I'm back in town. I did go on a business trip on Friday. I pre-recorded the last two videos because right before I left my trip, one of them I recorded a couple of hours later. I wasn't planning to. I was pretty much planning to just leave everything with the day 28. And then possibly download a previous video that I had recorded. But what ended up happening is a lot of people got very emotional with day 28's video, and I wanted to let them know I was okay, so I pretty much did like a wrap up, and then I condensed what I was originally going to post on day 29, and I ended it with a positive, on a positive note. And I talked about just very personal things in my life, and things like that, and why I'm such an outspoken person, and things of that nature. And it was really, really nice. I was very emotional in the video, but it was very purging. It helped a lot of people. I got so many comments in the comment section. I got so many emails, personal messages. I mean, sending prayers. It was very emotional, overwhelming, beautiful. Some of the message you guys wrote in the comment section or through email to me literally had me in tears. It was so touching how something so personal touched so many people, how people made space for me, the amount of love that I got. So I'm truly thankful, grateful, and happy for that. And I love you guys for that. I am going to be catching up on my comments. So please keep leaving comments. It makes me really excited when you guys comment on my videos. I'm going to be answering the comments tonight, and then throughout the week and things like that, because I have to I just got back in town. I was traveling this weekend, and things like that, and literally recording this video as I just got home type of thing, and made coffee and fed the kids breakfast type of deal. I'm going to start posting once a week again now that this series has come to a completion. But like I was saying, I am going to catch up on everyone's comments as soon as possible. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I am going to answer comments and things like that. I always try to do that because you guys are taking time out of your day to message me. I'm going to catch up on my personal emails. I'm behind on that too, because ever since I got home, I've had people that booked me last night and throughout the weekend, like yesterday and today, and I'm trying to schedule everybody so I can have, a good idea of what my schedule looks like next week and things of that nature. So, and continuing to update my schedule so it's as updated as possible when you guys book the readings, and I'm sending you my schedule and things. I also was making notes to make this video, and I have to do some journaling. I've been having like really powerful dreams and stuff, so after I finish this video, I have to write in my dream journal, and then I'm gonna go get some spiritual supplies. I have some finishing up some work, starting some new work as well for clients, love work and some protection work and unbinding work and all this good stuff. So I have quite a few rituals I have to do for clients today and some for myself. So I will be doing that. So getting my supplies for the week, because I have a week work of spells. I had rituals. The reason why I went on a business trip is there were some rituals that I needed to travel to New York for, and needed to catch up with my spiritual family and things of that nature. So I had a lot of spiritual rituals I had to do. Sometimes you have to travel for work, and that's pretty much what I had to do, and things. So I did that. So I did my business trip. Really positive things that came out from that, because I'm associated with a family that has a non-for-profit, and I'll give you guys more information on that. They're trying to pretty much eliminate human trafficking, especially with children. So, sex trafficking when it comes to children, and holding people accountable and things like that. So, I'm really excited to be associated with something like that, and I'm going to try my best to cooperate, collaborate, and things like that. So I'm going to be talking more about that in the future, because like I said in the last video, that I downloaded yesterday. The way that I heal through my own traumas is helping other people and being an activist, and not just sending good energies and positive vibes, which there's nothing wrong with that. I also like to be an active person who wants to make a difference and try to do it as best I can. I know I'm only one person, but I'm really passionate about children. I'm a mother myself, and I just feel that children should always be protected and never exploited. So I'm really excited about what they were sharing with me. I had a meeting with them like a couple of weeks ago, and then we were touching base this weekend again. So there's big things coming with that, and things of that nature, because the money that I make with you guys, I do support myself with it, but I also try to invest in giving back, and this is part of that. I also, like I said, was doing rituals in New York and things of that nature. That's what I was this weekend. So yes. Also, in my website, due to high demand, a lot of people want spiritual investigations. That's one of my biggest things that people are booking me for, outside of psychic readings, which has always been the top, predicting on love, money, marriage, family, and all that beautiful stuff. I decided to separate the spiritual court investigative readings, and break it down to, a 15-minute one. I might add other ones too, like, and things like that, but I need at least 15 minutes. So that's separate now, but it's new, so there's no reviews on it like the other services that I have, because literally I just put that in this weekend. So I have people that are booking that, and of course they're encouraged to leave reviews of the service once they have done it. I also have a separate reading too now, which is specifically a pre-consultation reading. So if you want to do any type of spell work with me, this pretty much is going to let you know what to expect, pricing, how, a game plan, how we're going to go about creating the outcome that you want, and things of that nature. It's why I took out the spell work, because people were purchasing spells without the consultation, and when the spirits didn't want to work with somebody, had to go to the trouble of pretty much like giving them their money back. Like, I just don't want, it's just complicated. So, or choosing what they want to pay for a spell and things of that nature. So I'd rather just, to save all that drama, I'd rather just do a pre-consultation, and then pricing could be discussed later and all that good stuff. So that's available. Also doesn't have reviews, because again, I just posted that over the weekend. Okay, so that's what's going on with me spiritually. Outside, also dream journaling. Been having really powerful dreams, so I've been writing down in my journal. My journal, honestly, is literally just me writing stuff. There's no like pretty pictures in here or drawings, or it's really not elaborate. It's literally just a journal, like a regular journal, like Dear Diary. Like, that's how I journal, very basic. I'm not artistic like that, so it's just pretty much me writing things down on paper, my dreams and stuff like that. So, and it's not there's anything wrong with the nicer and more fancy way of journaling. It's just letting people know out there that if you're not artistic and you're kind of, see a lot of these beautiful journals on YouTube, you don't have to journal that way. There are people like me that just literally write stuff down and keep it moving, or some people don't journal at all. But if you want to get into journaling, literally you don't have to be fancy. I've seen people like videos like, oh, I don't keep a journal because I'm not artistic and I don't have time to, cut things out and make these elaborate journals or book of shadows or things like that. None of my stuff is that fancy, honestly. They're very simple, but the information is very powerful. The spells work, and things like that. So you don't have to ever feel like you have to be fancy with your journaling or creating a book of shadows and stuff like that. My mom's never was either, but her spells and things work really well. And they're very powerful. So I don't know, like, I keep things simple. I just don't have the time to actually make really nice journals and stuff like that, and trying to make time for that would actually cause me more stress than anything else. And one thing I'm trying to do is just learn to relax more, and so yeah. All right, so that's pretty much that. And for those that don't know, my website is linked to every single one of my videos here on YouTube. So you literally just have to click on my website. if you're interested in any of my psychic readings, spiritual services, and so on and so forth. All right, so now decks that I worked with in February. Okay, so I did a walkthrough of this one, and I also did a more in-depth review, and that is my longest anticipating. I got this deck in 2019 when they first started doing the pre-orders to this one, so I waited a long time for this one. It has since been put in order, but it is the beautiful Hoodoo Tarot. The readings that I got with this deck. Just, oh, I love this deck so much. It's just beautiful. I talk about conjure and hoodoo so much on my channel. It's just the strongest connection. I worked with it throughout the month of February, and I have put it away now. Definitely will be working with it more in the future. Did a lot of journaling, because when it comes to journaling, I kind of journal sporadically when it comes to my tarot readings, and oracle readings, and, like, you know, one card pulls and things like that. I don't really force myself to journal every single day. So this deck, I love this card so much. This deck really inspired me to journal with it. And so that's what I did. And kind of gave me back my love for journaling. I love how they combine Bible verses, roots. They give you stories of each person they picked for the cards and things like that. It's very informative for those that are interested in hoodoo. Those that want to reconnect with their ancestral practices and things like that. I like this. I feel like anybody could work with this deck and get something out of it. So yeah, it's very, very good. Love it very much, and definitely a piece of my soul. I feel like this definitely is another soul deck of mine. Like, honestly love it, and look forward to working with it in the future. So I cannot recommend it enough. Like I said, I did an in-depth walkthrough of it. I might link it to this video for those that are interested in this, and people are starting to do walkthroughs of this now because more and more people are getting their pre-orders. So as a matter of fact, I have some of the walkthroughs on my watch later list because I was out of town, so I'm going to be catching up on your guys' videos too, and things. So all right, so that was the Hoodoo Tarot. This deck I've been having for a long time. I have so many different versions of it. Borderless, bordered, everything else. I think I'm going to retire this version. I don't know if I want to invest in a backup copy or not. We will see, but pretty much I'm going to retire this one for the simple fact that yes, it's chipped, but like the top of it is starting to like separate the lamination that this has, and like it's indented there, and I don't want to keep wearing this deck down for right now. So I might get an extra copy because when this has happened in the past, it usually leaves like this starts to actually wear down to the point where it's like gonna have a dent in the middle of it where my finger could fit into, and I kind of don't want that to happen to this deck. So I'm gonna save this one. I think I'm not gonna get rid of it or anything, but might get a backup copy of this version, not sure. But this particular copy, I'm gonna retire it because it's pretty worn, and I'm gonna use give other decks a chance and things like that. But I did read with it in the month of February, got beautiful readings with it, with client reads and things like that. But I think I'm gonna get a backup copy of this one, possibly closer to my birthday, and I think I'm gonna get the collector's like the collectible edition where they have like the book and they have like the Pamela Coleman Smith artwork and all that kind of stuff. So Yeah, so the Centennial I did use for the month of February, but I've decided to retire it and trade it out for a different Rider-Waite Smith. I used this one this month too because I went on like 2 separate business trip and I never leave home without it. So I used the little Centennial, and it's not in order because I'm still using it. I used it on this weekend too, and things like that. So I did a lot of healing work. I had to actually go to meet up with some clients this weekend for some work and stuff like that. So, and then some of them I couldn't because I couldn't guarantee I was going to be there exactly at the time they needed me to be there, and things like that. So we're still doing the work. But anyways, so, and we will meet in another way, in another time. So it's all good. But yeah, I had to meet with some potential clients, like I said, and also discuss some business things and all that kind of stuff. So everything went well with that. But I took my deck readings. What did I have to look out for? So on and so forth. Used it for guidance for myself and also did some professional readings in my travels. So I did work with the Centennial 10 and the Hoodoo Tarot, like I said, the 2 versions of the Centennial. Another deck that I worked with in the month of February was Precious Gems, and this is a crystal. I did a walkthrough of this one too, so I will possibly link the walkthrough to this video as well if you guys want to look at all the cards. But pretty much I got really wonderful readings with this one. Completely loved working with this deck, and did some great journaling and things like that. So it was a really nice deck to work with. I don't know why I think Elizabeth Taylor when I see her, but yeah, it was a really good deck to work with. So I really, she looks like a porcelain doll. 1800. Okay, so yeah, it was a good deck to work with. I love the faces on it and things of that nature. So it was really great deck. I have a full walkthrough of it, and I worked with it alongside the Hoodoo Tarot, and again got really beautiful readings with it. Another deck that I worked with alongside the Hoodoo Tarot was the Spirit Messages, which is a new deck to me, and I felt that it read really well too, so I used it alongside the Hoodoo Tarot for personal readings, and journaled about these readings too. They tended to match and complement each other, the cards that I will pull. And yeah, just really, I'm glad that I got this deck. It was on sale is why I got it. I wanted to add a couple of more decks to my Oracle decks that I barely even have anymore because I took out a lot of them. I'm not really into affirmations and positivity all the time. I like decks to be balanced. Same goes for my Oracle deck, and not all these messages are, you know, there's some shadowy messages here, and I like it. So yep. And then these are the backs of the cards, and I like using the borders, the different colors of the borders for chakra work and color therapy and things like that, on top of the messages that they have on the cards and whatever psychic messages I get from spirit and things like that. So I really found this deck to be really nice to work with. So okay, let's try to close this box here. And that's the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle cards. So I did use that deck for February, and then last but not least for the month of February, when it comes to the decks that I used this deck a couple of times too for personal, more in-depth readings and things like that. And I'm still currently using this deck, so it's not in order. And this is Lenormand Oracle deck. Lenormand Oracle deck, and I love it. It reads really well for me. I like using it for readings that I do, like, you know, week ahead readings, like what do I need to work on this week, and or, you know, the energies for the next couple of weeks, like the really more in detail readings, and things like that. So I love using Lenormand for myself. Because I can read tarot so well for other people, but because they have so many multiple meanings, I find that me personally, I tend to be like, oh, maybe it's not the negative aspect of this card, where I'll be so objective with other people. I'm very subjective with myself. So with Lenormand, for some reason, I can't have that luxury. It's like, no, lady. Yes, lady, this is what's going to happen. So I keep it on this pouch. And so when I want a very yes or no type of thing, I'll go to Lenormand. And I found that I kept pulling on this deck when I wanted to work with Lenormand and that type of energy this month. So yes. Now, decks that I want to work with and that I'm planning to work with, actually that I've started to work with, as a matter of fact, today in March, and continue to want to keep working with, are the Dreams of Gaia, and I'll talk more about that next month. I drew this card today in reversed, and oh my goodness, oh, I journaled today's message because literally I have had a traumatic past and childhood and things like that. I love the coloration of this card, very like crown chakra, which causes me to like reflect. When I was looking at this card and meditating upon it, I was reflecting on the things that happened to me in the past and how it's caused me to be the person that I am today and things like that. And then I'm using the Psychic Oracle. Let me pause this. I'm taking it like I'm trying to pull the card out. So, and I got this one, Wisdom, which is pretty much, yes, I've had a tumultuous life, but I can draw wisdom from these things. I can learn from these things. I could write about these things. I could journal about these things, and that will help me to build a foundation. And that's pretty much sums up why I did the video that I did to end up the Melanated Tarot series. I was talking about my very hard and dark and painful past because of certain experiences that I've been through, but I drew wisdom from it that I can share with others, with my healing services, with the journaling that I'm doing, with the Hoodoo course book that I wrote for specifically for the course that I'm giving. I have 2 bouts of that starting this month in a couple of weeks. My second group of students, like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna start sending out material soon. So my students, if you guys are watching, look out for that. Look out for that. Starting next week, I'm gonna start sending out materials, okay? So you guys can read ahead, and we'll be prepared for these lectures and scheduling the lectures. And you guys are gonna be stuck with me for the next 2 months. So that's gonna start in these next couple of weeks. I'm really excited about that. But that's pretty much what the spirits were telling me, like passing on that wisdom because of things that happened to me in the past and stuff like that. And that pretty much sums up the experience that I had with these last 2 videos, with the 29 days of Melanated excellence in general. Spirit has used somebody to pretty much give me a book idea. I'm going to credit this person if that does happen. So I might be publishing a book to the mass public. So look out for that. So I might be working on that. Kind of wanted them to give them public credit, but they contacted me privately, so I don't think they want to be known in such a public way. But I still wanted to let them know, because they always watching, that your idea has been well received. I have talked to the spirits as you suggested, and I think this is a good idea. And if it does come to fruition, if it is something that the spirits open the door for me to do, you are going to not only get credit for it, a free copy of the book, of course, and read the dedication, because you're going to be one of the people I dedicate the book to. And we're going to talk about this. And there might even be some financial compensation too, if you're open to it. If not, I'm going to find a way. But I am going to give you due credit, because I'm that type of person. So, but thank you, my dear, for listening to your spirits. Many, many blessings to you and the ancestors. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so that's good with that. So working with the Dreams of Guy and the Psychic Tarot, and so far it looks like they're going to complement each other, and I'm going to have amazing readings with them. So I will update you guys in the ending of this month how that went. Um, I also am working with this month, and remember I said I retired the Centennial. So after like a, oh, it's not in here anymore. I put it on the side. Oops. After working with the Centennial and the difficulty in shuffling the cards and stuff, I decided to kind of take it out of the rotation. Like I said, yes, it gave good readings and things like that, but I switched it out for a newer deck that I wasn't so much connecting with. You can see it's bowed. Connecting with in the past, but now it's shuffling really nice for me. And it's the Radiant Wise Tarot. These are the backs. And so this is the version of the Rider-Waite that I'm going to be working with. I started working with it in February, around mid-February. Actually, they're not in order, so I can actually show these. So definitely going to be working more with this deck throughout the month of March. I love the coloration. Beautiful readings with it. I could read with any version of the Rider-Waite and love it. So some of the cards fell. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, this deck is just delicious, and I look forward to pretty much working with it and doing more and more reads with it. And I think it was Aquamarine Blue. I think that's her YouTube name. She was like, I had the same issue with it. I was kind of disappointed in the cardstock, but then when she started to shuffle it, they started to shuffle it in a trip that they went on. They said that I apologize. They said they connected with the deck really, really, really well. So I didn't mean to use the wrong pronoun. I apologize. But yeah, so they said the deck is really, really good and things like that. So I look forward to working with this deck and things of that nature. That's the Radiant Wise Tarot. And then I have a new deck that I'm planning to work with more in detail as well. Sorry, but I'm OCD. I had to stop the video and pick up the cards on the floor because I did not want to back into it with my chair and mess up the deck. Because like I love the Radiant Wise. Now that it actually shuffles nice and it's not like slippery, I'm finding myself really enjoying working with it the last couple of weeks. And we'll continue to work with it throughout March, now that I've retired the Centennial. And like I said, I do have a new deck I'm really excited about, and I'm going to be working with that one in February. I mean, in March, February. February passed, people. This deck, I was working with it too, I forgot to mention, in the month of February. As you can see, it's very chip. I use it occasionally when I feel drawn to read clients with this one, and things like that, and myself. Like, this is one of the few ones that I read myself with and clients, and you can see that. I put it back in order before making the video. This is Arcana playing cards, and is literally has all the major arcanas are illustrated, and then it has, for the minors, regular traditional playing cards, which those that have been following me know that is my first deck, was a deck of playing cards, and then I went into tarot shortly. I mean, not shortly, but then eventually after that. And so this infuses my two loves, cartomancy, playing cards, and tarot. So love reading people with this, and I will continue to incorporate cartomancy into my spiritual practice. So that's the Arcana tarot playing cards, and they're available. They're indie. They're available in dead on paper on their website. I would not buy it from Amazon because it is not the complete deck. You're just going to get an overpriced deck of playing cards. If you go on their website, it's cheaper, and you get the whole 78 cards. FYI. Because third parties are selling it, and then because they first produced a playing cards version only with very limited illustrated major arcana, and Amazon's still selling that through third parties, and they a long time ago did the 78 cards, so that's the one you can get on their website. Okay, now back to the what I was saying previously, the new deck that I got, that I'm going to be working with the month of March, and planning to make this one, like using this one, the Arcana playing cards, as a working deck. This is going to be a working deck. It has become a working deck. This one I'm planning to use as a working deck as well, and this is bought from Usi. It's nice. This is also an indie one, so I'm changing my mind about the indie deck thing. They have a thank you card. They wrote thank you on it, and it's the Brute Tarot, and I got inspired to buy this deck when I was watching Juliana Hoffman. I think that's her channel's name. I'm gonna try to link it to this video too. But she was showing this deck when she was talking about, I think, pip decks. She did like a video about pip decks, I believe. And I liked it. I even messaged her and I said, I'm thinking about getting this deck. So I treated myself to it. It comes with this, like, you could put a picture together type of thing. It has like 2 of them like that. And you put them together and it makes like a big illustrated thing. But didn't buy it for that. This is the back of the cards. I bought it because it's bigger than the Arcana playing card, so it's more tarot sized. I love the backs of it, and I love the looks of it. So this is also a deck that is fully illustrated with the major arcana. So all the major arcana is illustrated and so on and so forth. The people have no faces, absolutely no faces on them. The cardstock is gorgeousness. Like, I love this cardstock. It wasn't too expensive for an indie deck. I paid under $40, so that's not bad. So $30 something. Shipping was like a couple of dollars for what, you know, it depends where you live, of course. I got this deck in less than a week. They were very good with communications. I pretty much was able to track my package, so I didn't have to bother them. So I have to say A++ service. So I'm starting to change my mind about indie decks now. I guess because I had a few bad experiences, but I guess it's just who you buy it from. But I am really looking forward to doing client readings with this. I'm going to work with it first by myself, like I always do, see how it reads for me, read others with it, so on and so forth, you know, and things like that. And then when I feel confident, like, yes, this is going to be a great addition to my professional readings, then yes, we will incorporate it into my professional readings. And then the rest of it is regular playing cards, which this, I like this because with the Arcana playing cards is black and white. This looks more like the decks of like that I would read with. You know what I'm saying? Growing up and when I first went professional and things like that. So it brings me back to that time when I was just reading straight with playing cards. I love that it has the major arcana because when I got into tarot, I love the infusion of playing cards and tarot together. Like, it's becoming something that I'm really starting to dig. So this is my second deck that's like this. I hope more creators start actually doing that. And then you have your court cards. So I think this is a courier. And then you have your jack. So I think this is the pages, yeah. The knights. But a courier. And then you have your queen and your king. And then we go into the diamond suit. It's the same thing, 1 through 10. And then you have your, you know, your jack, your courier, your queen, and your king. I like that the faces are directional, which is something else you didn't get with Dead on Paper, because when it comes to cartomancy, I do read directionally. That's very important to me, where the faces are, and I do that with tarot too, where the faces are going, and I do actually certain cards mean certain features, certain things, certain races of people. Like it's a whole thing for me. Um, Very old school when it comes to that. But yeah, let's put this in order because that was not in order. And then you have your court cards. These are the spades. You have your queen. You have your king. And then you have the numbers. Then you have your hearts, you know. Okay, these are like all wonky, but because I haven't shuffled them, so the literally showing you in the order in which they came from. So then you have your king, your queen, your jack, your courier, and then the regular numbered cards. So, but all the cards are there. That I did check. So, yep. And beautiful deck. I cannot wait to work with it. I'm gonna be working with it this month. I literally just got it. I think this deck came to me. I was going out of town, so I haven't gotten to shuffle it. The only thing I did before I left was did like a clearing, but I haven't done a full-on dedication to it yet. So I'm gonna be doing that most likely probably tomorrow, and then start working with it on Monday and things like that. So today I just want to clean the house, get some rituals going. They need to be done, and some things, some things and supplies and all that kind of stuff. So, and this is the pouch that I specifically bought for this deck. So that's the Brute Tarot by Usi. I think they make the Pagan Underworlds. I don't have that deck, but I believe they're the same creators. You can literally go on their website. I'm going to try to link Dead on Paper and this website if you guys are interested in cartomancy and things like that. So I'm going to try to. If I don't remember, on the comment section, remind me, and then I'll link it and things like that. Now, crystals I've worked with. Woo-woo! This month. So I've been working with the crown chakra. And I worked with some selenite hearts, selenite pieces, angelite, this little pretty angelite egg for my meditations, clear quartz heart, still working with my merlinite heart, and lepolite and howlite. So different crystals this month. I have a grid right now going for the crown chakra and things of that nature when it comes to the crystals that I've been working with for the month of February, and a lot of rose quartz. Now, as far as future videos, what kind of videos I want to make in the future? I want to continue my paranormal series. I have about 2 more installments of that, so I'm going to be trying to make some videos this month and the next, and maybe even April, kind of between now and April, tie up the paranormal series, because I did make one video and then I got into the 29 days of melanated excellence and pretty much had to stop making those videos. So for those that were following that and love that series, you have 2 more episodes to look forward to, which I'm going to try to do at least one this month, and then maybe the last part in April, or maybe I'll tie it up this month. We'll see how my schedule goes. I am going to do a community ritual this month. Yes, people have been positive to that, so I'm going to try to schedule before the end of March a community ritual, so we'll be live ritual that we're going to be doing for some healing, for some healing of, you know, the current things that are going on. There's a lot of racial tension. There's a lot of difference of opinions. There's a lot of, you know, negativity going on, and just kind of all of us sending some positive vibes and some healing on these things. Like I said, I do physically try to change things, but I do try to spiritually change things as well. So just anybody in general who needs healing energy, you guys can, you know, set those intentions in this ritual too. So I actually want to do that, so look out for that. I'm gonna do more deck reviews, so decks that I like working with. I'm gonna continue to do these things, like check-ins. Hey, this deck was good, this is the types of readings I got with it, so on and so forth. I might still do unboxings, might not, because a lot of the decks I get, most people have like 20 million unboxings of it, so we'll see. But if you guys want me to do unboxings, then I will, and things like that. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm still gonna do some Dollar Tree hauls and things like that, because since I'm doing a low buy year, I am actually running low on things. So continue to see the witching on a budget hoodoo hauls and witchy tips and hoodoo tips and things like that. So look out for some hoodoo hauls this year. You guys will love those. And I'm going to continue to do vlogs and sharing my journey, and share knowledge, and look out for those things. And it's going to be an amazing 2020. Like, I'm really excited about all these video ideas that I have, that I've been writing down, that I'm scheduling. So I have everything set on a schedule, so every week I know what kind of video I'm going to be making, and things of that nature. So I'm going to continue to try to post on a weekly basis and give you guys the best quality. So if anybody wants to work with me one-on-one basis, shamanic@workpriestess.com. I do psychic readings. I connect to the past, present, and future. I could tell you what he, she, or they think about you. Also, if you're interested in any type of spiritual healing, you can book a pre-consultation, and we'll work on and talk about those things. And if you want to know what spirits walk with you, you can book a spiritual investigation, which is now available on my website, and a regular psychic reading too, on every single subject. My psychic readings are not by topic only. They're any subject you want to cover: health, love, marriage, relationships, money, whatever you want to look into and know what's going to happen in the future. I will read you for that specific time that you have booked, through Skype, and in some cases through telephone. Okay, guys? So much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video. And like I said, I will be catching up with your videos and with your comments that you're leaving on my channel. Okay? Bye, guys.